We've never had anything like this in esports history. These two guys face it off like this, third time in a row. In the bottom left starting location, we have our Terran legend. He's down one game. Can he come back? His ID is Marineking Prime. In the upper right, in the blue, we have our Zerg legend. He wants to be a champion now. He wants to win his first MLG. He is DRG. Gee, excuse me, I just knocked some water on my table when I did that. Now, we have...
Only you are clumsy enough to knock something over by talking.
I got a big voice, Artosis.
You do. You do.
So DRG and Marineking. I don't know what to expect out of this game. It seems that they're much more even than, well, they've always seemed to be pretty even with Marineking coming out a little bit on top. If DRG wins this, it means Marineking's really got to step it up.
Oh, I mean, if DRG wins this, then he can do Baneling all-ins for the rest of the games. And, I mean, he'll probably pick up a win on the way. You can't be down 3-1. That's an almost impossible thing to fight back against.
Yeah, well said. The expansion hatchery being planted now. Looks like he is going to go ahead and go for, well, we're looking at Marineking's income. He's got over 200 minerals. He's probably going to turn that into a command center when he has about 400.
Yeah, you know, that's the fast expansion build is really good. I wouldn't be surprised either if he goes again into Reactor to Hellions and a Banshee. It's a good style, and it's definitely one that can work here. That third base area is pretty far away, and they definitely want to spread creep up there quite quickly, so you can deny that. And, of course, the queens have to be used just right, always sent to the right positions.
Okay, so here's the SCV coming out now, making the command center at the expansion. Occasionally it's, well, I guess, you know, hypothetically it's safer to make the command center in your main and wall off, and then when you know you're safe, you can land it. But, of course, you're going to lose valuable mining time and travel time for the command center. Even though it's not a lot, when you're at this level of play, a little can be quite a lot.
Yes, a little can be a lot.
Can be in this case.
Everything is proportional. Well, we have the double gas from Marineking. No big surprise there. You don't normally want to just add barracks after a fast expansion. You want to tech up some. And from DRG, just a completely normal build. No speed this game.
And, you know, with Marineking, I think, actually, I want to go back for a second, Artosis.
Yes.
What did you think about, actually, the first game Marineking lost, game number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Is it actually good to mech on that map? I would feel like you would want to mech on a map that was like a little bit tighter, or had a little bit, where you could control it a little bit more.
The thing is, there's like this two common choke areas that guard 5 expansions. So if you can 5 base on 2 chokes, which is pretty insanely good. And don't forget, of course, there are those islands which you can take. And mech is normally like a very long, drawn-out game, so the islands may, in fact, even come into play for Terran. So I don't mind that map for mech at all. I think it can be quite good there, but a lot of people that use mech nowadays are not ready for the roach drop style. That's a much older style against mech that people just aren't utilizing nowadays. You know, nowadays people are trying to go muta, they're trying to go infestor, they're trying to get fancy. But you know what? Sometimes just good old roaches and overlords. Sometimes that's the best way,
It's funny because he won that game without even having roach speed.
we need to stop technology, Tasteless.
We need to all become Amish, Artosis. Everybody at MLG, we all need to become Amish is what we need to do. All right, guys, the results are in, and damn, look at that, 65-35.
That's right. Oh my, that's a big percentage for Marineking.
I thought it would be a little bit closer, even though that's already pretty close.
Well, the thing is, whenever that poll goes up for the Sony Xperia smartphone, DJ Wheat just starts texting over and over over. He just wants that Marineking number to be up there. It's actually a little bit crooked of him.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's just not an honest commentator. Sometimes.
No, dude.
It's really disappointing. He's
that
just
guy
like, sorry guys, I'm just a big fan.
Yeah,
like, all right, buddy.
He's ruining esports for real.
We get it. All right, so now we have, again, the Zerg just droning up, droning. The Zerg has also taken the 4 gases. So I'm under the impression it's either going to be quick infestors or quick
roaches.
Quick roaches.
It looks like it's going to be a Roach Bane attack here, Tasteless.
Okay, so the gas is here for the Banelings. All right, guys, this game might be short and sweet.
Yes, I think it will probably
DRG
be.
DRG is hard to beat.
Thanks, Tasteless. All right, we have a starport on the way. We have no siege tanks. We have no real marine upgrades yet. No stim, no combat shields. There's one bunker that's not even in that good a position against this type of composition.
Yeah, this
and now
is not
Marineking
good.
sees it. He sees exactly what's going on. There's a lot of Lings in production. Speed is about to finish those Blue Flame Hellions. They need to try to stop as many Lings as possible. If it's just the Roaches or just the Lings, he can hold it pretty easily. But when you put them all together, he is just going to bust through everything.
Oh my God.
Marineking's in a lot of trouble.
I do not know if there's really much he can actually do about this. Yeah, see, look, even the depot is not even covered by the bunker.
Well, there are some Marauders out, which will help. They're good against both Roaches and Banelings.
Here we go.
That is a lot of Banelings.
The Banelings coming in now. Destroying the Hellions. Now getting up there, but the Roaches are getting in the way, and he manages to close up the entrance over there. The SCVs indeed will be casualties in this game.
And look at this.
He's not even going to detonate the Banelings on the SCVs. He says, no, I'll save them.
Very smartly done. Marineking handling this terrible situation as best as he possibly can with what he has. Stim not yet done. Trying to keep his Marauders in front to tank damage. And, I mean, he's actually done a great job of defense considering what it looked like when DRG was coming.
Okay, now the question I'm asking myself is he going to keep going with this? Is he going to knock down the front door? I guess not. No, as I'm asking that, he turns around.
I think that's a good choice to turn around here, Tasteless. I mean, it was at the point of diminishing returns. He was not going to do much more.
All right, guys. What do we do, Artosis?
What do we do?
What do we?
We
what does he do? What does he do is actually what I meant.
All right.
After that failed attack.
Well, you know, I think what he does is use what he has. He has Banelings, he has Roaches. When that layer finishes, I say get Roach speed, get Baneling speed. See if you can still use these units for anything. But, in fact, he's actually going to go ahead and grab a Spire. So he wants to tech up into his normal Mutalisk style. Thing is, I feel like that's going to be really hard to accomplish.
I do agree. Now, Marineking moving out here, he's cleaning up the creep. Now, in this little entrance, he can actually avoid the Banelings fairly easily, especially if he just puts Marauders in the front.
Well, the Marauders are in the front. The Roaches trying to take them out with the help of that Spine Crawler. A nice little choke point defense there by DRG. He is now going to get Baneling speed, which is a good choice. He needs to get that ASAP. Also taking his third base.
Do you think Marineking can actually take out this third, or should he just turn around?
I don't think he can take it out, but he can be pretty cost efficient, which is
oh my God,
what
his control is so good.
And everything does get cleaned up, but he does do a good job.
The actual number of Banelings that he had that were shot down before actually firing was huge.
Yeah, those Banelings kind of expensive. He has to be careful about that. Now, these Roaches still doing a decent job. You know, I really like this because if you have all these Roaches out, you want them to still do something for you. You bought them already. And he's actually been doing some great defenses with them. So he should actually be kind of happy that he's been using those as opposed to having to make a ton of Lings to clean this stuff up. And in fact, losing them as well so that his supply frees up for other units the later we get into this game.
All right. Marineking, you know, he's actually going back to his more classical style of just pushing. Always being aggressive. You know, always doubting the fact that his opponent might, you know, not be making drones. And staying in his opponent's face.
But, you know, this is a cool style he's using. Marine Marauder, Medevac, Blue Flame Hellion. It's a newer style. We do see it a decent amount nowadays. But we haven't really seen it that much in some of these top tournaments. It's more of a build that will run into on the ladder a little bit more. Now these mutas coming in to this main base, the Marines, very good by Marineking to sim those right in the main, knowing where those mutas were headed.
DRG trying to recoup here after, oh my God, I guess we caught the tail end of that. A bunch of stuff died over there. Drones mostly, I believe.
That's right, the Blue Flame's still alive in the main base. Killing off a lot of lings, killing off some more drones as well. He's up to 14 drone kills right now. And the Muta's going to have to come back to actually clean this up.
So a little bit of a hiccup there in the income for DRG. By the way, MKP at 110 supply, DRG at 118. Normally DRG at this phase of the game was about 30 supply ahead instead of just a little bit under 10.
Well, this creep spread once again is immaculate. Marineking's going to have to go out there and start scanning pretty soon. If he wants to use this composition, he can't be walking all over the creep with it. That's going to give DRG a big advantage. So that is what this force should start doing. If he just makes a beeline up, he has to be careful because then there can be a huge flank with really quick Zerg units.
All right, the Mutas might actually just fly right into the Marines.
Oh my God, he just lost so many Mutalisks.
Oh my God, we got the tail end of that, but he killed at least 5 or 6.
Well, this is going to be pretty hard, Tasteless. Those Blue Flames dealing some big damage to the
Oh my
Zerglings.
God, and the fact that he lost those Mutas means I think he may very well lose his third base, targeting it down.
Well,
Microing behind the minerals.
Oh, the Baneling's not really connecting as much as he wants. And Marineking with beautiful splits, beautiful micro, pushing everything back. DRG continues to send in wave after wave. Can he actually eliminate all these units? Great micro still by Marineking. The Marine count getting very, very low to the point where these mutas should be able to clean this up.
He needs to run out with the Medivacs. Or, excuse me, more Marines are going to come in here now.
Oh man, just never ending. Marineking stimming them across the map to join this army. And can DRG actually keep up these?
That was it,
GG.
Damn.
That was sudden.
Whoa.
One thing I do have to say, Tasteless, is that he would have been in better shape if he had listened to Sheth and gone for some infestors.
Yeah, that not flying his mutas into a bunch of Marines. But six of them died there.
That's slightly helpful as well.
Yeah, that's one of the strategies I try to do is to not fly my mutas into the Marines.
You know, sometimes you can trick them by flying them into the Marines.
Really?
Because then they're like, oh, you are so bad. And then they like attack, move, and get up from the keyboard. And that's when you get them with Baneling landmines.
All right, our analysts, talk to us.
I think Artosis said it well.
Oh my God, it's Axlav.
Where'd QXC go?
He got replaced by, yeah. Anyways.
Your name is Axlav.
That's
Axlav.
right. I was saying, I think Baneling landmines actually would have been great there. That map, it's a long walking distance, especially all the reinforced Marines have to come in fast. He can't stop to scan. And when he's pumping Marines 8, 10 at a time, because he had 4 reactors that game, even just using 2 Banelings to grab 8 Marines that are rallied is actually huge. For example, that last rally that came in at the end, if he blew that out, that would have been huge.
Yeah.
But Marineking just showing off some stellar Marine micro.
And there's this thing where if you're a Zerg and you get far ahead, like DRG managed to do there, you kind of get overconfident, like, well, I can't lose from here, and then you start making bad strategical decisions. He made Mutaling. Mutaling is meant to be a countering thing, where it's very, very mobile and not that good in a direct fight, especially against upgraded Marines.
I can see here on our screen right now we have our MLG models in the background, our players right now. We like to keep it real here at MLG. No, I think you guys are absolutely correct. Do you feel that, I don't know, do you feel like a strat like that was really a good idea to use on that map, specifically for that map, to do that Roachling, you know, kind of not an all-in, but a big timing attack?
I actually think it wasn't map dependent. It was he saw Marineking going for a very fast third command center in the last games. In every single game, Marineking went a very, very fast third command center. And he knew, and not only the fast third command center, but Marineking was putting that command center not in his main, but at the third base. And if he again tried that on Cloud Kingdom against the build Dongraegu chose, it would have been almost a straight win for Dongraegu. You can hold that with third command center, but not when you put it all the way at the third. And I think it was just a reaction to see Marineking do the same thing every game. But Marineking a step ahead, he had so much barracks production because he was going to 2-base powering build. That he could just, he could recreate that army and get the counterattack going really fast.
Yo, Shet, you're the Zerg guy here. If he had not lost those mutas, would he have actually held that?
If he didn't lose the mutas, there's a very good chance, yes, he would have held it. Or even he would have made a decision like, at least a little better decision. Maybe just give up the hatchery and then just roll the army and then keep rolling. Because it would have still been 2-base versus 2-base. Yeah, I think losing the Mutas kind of just tilted him like, okay, well, let's just go, even though I don't have enough units, and it just messed him up.
All right, well, they are ready. We are going to go into the next game. It is all tied up, guys. 2-2. Someone needs 4 wins.
Who's it going to be? I have no clue at this point in time. They are very evenly matched. Either Marineking makes history or DRG gets